Hillary Clinton addresses the rumor that her fashion choices are influenced by Death Row Records. It's so good. You may have seen this meme. Let's take a look at the meme. This went viral. So right here, we gonna sit here and act like Hillary Clinton ain't been representing Death Row Records at all 3 debates. And then you see the comparisons. It's so good. You see the comparison to Tupac, to Suge Knight in the corner, and then down below, I believe, is Snoop Dogg, right? Is that Snoop on the lower corner? So good. So Hillary Clinton was recently on The Breakfast Club, and this is what she had to say in regard to these rumors. Watch.
This is a good hip hop meme, right? Because they said every debate. So one debate you dress like Tupac, one you dress like Suge Knight, one you dress like Snoop Dogg. Was that on purpose? You a fan of Death Row Records?
Well, you know, I think Death Row and a lot of other fashion sources have influenced my look, don't you?
All right, got you.
All right, thoughts, 5 words or less. Miss Clinton, if you're nasty.
Nothing but a G thing, baby.
If only this were true. I wish it were. I wish it were. How crazy would that be? Obviously, it's, I mean, who would even think to like go find those pictures?
Right, that's what I thought. Right. And then have them be so spot on.
Yes.
And then like her walking, and then so I watched the Breakfast Club interview.
Oh yeah, the whole half hour was good.
And then Charlemagne, Charlemagne's always the one to bring the drama. But what Hillary says, well, yeah, I think Death Row Records and hip hop influences fashion. And then I thought, Hillary is probably the type of woman who, if you were at a party and there was a joint, she would spark it and drink and be merry, and be like,
oh, Amir gave you the no. He disagrees.
I got this. You want to hit this, Grace? You know what I mean? For real.
In my head, I hope. In my head, I hope.
I look, I like this interview. I like this meme a lot. However, it was a lot of pandering. Can we at least agree? It's like it was.
Of course.
It just for me, it was a lot to take in. I think this was a little bit. Well, at least it certainly.
But you didn't take it seriously,
no,
did you?
No.
Okay.
But I just mean that I know, of course I didn't take it seriously, but I just mean it is still a lot this close to the election of like, we get it. Yeah. And that's probably just sort of just being fatigued by the election in general, but it reminded me a lot of that interview. I think it was also on The Breakfast Club where she was asked, what do you have in your bag? And she's like, hot sauce. Do you remember that?
Yes.
No.
You guys
but look,
that?
Hillary.
Yeah, I think she was on. It was another radio interview. It might have been The Breakfast Club, or maybe.
And did she really have hot sauce in her bag, or she just?
She said she was like, I carry hot sauce in my bag, and you could see all the radio hosts were like,
Right.
Do you want to?
Oh my God.
Okay, so that's what I mean.
You know where
I
that's
see where you're
from,
coming
right?
from. Yes.
Yeah, the Beyonce song. So
yes.
because she's a huge Beyonce fan, so it was just a joke about.
No, she. I don't know. I don't know.
I
if it's a
see
joke
where
or...
you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. What I do like, and I agree with you, what I do like about it is seeing this side of Hillary that came off a little bit more genuine,
Right,
and like
absolutely.
off the cuff,
Right.
because we're so used to seeing her almost like robotic, and I loved hearing her laugh sincerely. It seemed very sincere, so I like seeing her on The Breakfast Club.
And also, if you historically listen to The Breakfast Club, they go in on people. Like, being on The Breakfast Club, Angela Yee is probably the least intimidating person on the cast. And when Charlemagne starts talking about things, I mean, did you see him on The Blaze with Tommy Lauren?
No.
I
Oh, I
not.
did see
Yeah,
that.
okay, so-
Please fill me in. I did not. No.
He basically rips her 5 new a-holes because Tommy Lauren's huge
Of course.
conservative,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
so Charlemagne's very educated, very informed, and very opinionated. So when his energy is just very...
But was he on The Blaze?
Yes, he
Because
was on
then
The Blaze.
she controls all the edits, though,
He was
right?
on The Blaze, yes.
So how did at the very end did she still look like that she was in the right?
Certain people think I don't think she did.
I
I
can't
don't
wait
think
to
she
watch
did.
this.
If you're
wait.
educated on the issue with which he was talking about, which I think it was Black Lives
It was
Matter.
Black Lives Matter, yes.
You will. You know that he is in the right. The facts, the evidence, everything is on his side. But it's true in some of the edits. It's possible that some people could watch the clip and be like, "Oh yeah, Tommy sure showed him. Like, look at these fire questions that he couldn't really
go either way.
give a direct answer for." But he did a really, really great job. And I think it's good that we talk about Charlemagne because he is such a good interviewer, and he really did bring something out in Hillary Clinton that was refreshing, even if it did feel perhaps a little bit inauthentic because we aren't used to seeing her this way. I like the format and I like the platform that he allows his guests.
I agree.
Sure, and Hillary, it's always great to see anyone that is in the public eye that's normally historically known for being, like you said, Sam, very robotic, let go, chill, and just have fun. And that's why I say I think Hillary probably behind closed doors is full out.
Is lighting it up.
Yeah,
Is-
probably, she's got 5 different kinds of kush. She don't give a damn.
Oh my
Hillary don't
God.
care, Her and Bill and Obama be like,
I mean, I would agree with Bill and maybe Obama. I think Hillary is way too.
well, you saw at the DNC how, so Obama was talking about Hillary, and they kept going to Bill in the audience, and guaranteed he was like, Obama, my brother, you holding it down. You know what I mean? Oh, and Hillary, you're gonna get some tonight, because that's just how they are. So I think this interview, for me, even though the comparisons of her, I think that she's the queen of the pantsuit. Yes. And I would love to see her in something a little bit more flattering, but she's also 70. I mean,
she's rocking that
give her
pantsuit.
a
yeah,
break.
she don't care.
Great.
She don't care.
If a pantsuit is good for Tupac, it's good for Hillary.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Grace. We're going to end on that note. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.